For me, I took my Bitcoin down from FTX and all the other exchanges, and then now I hold them in my wallet, and I don't do any trading. I just hold Bitcoin. So it will be interesting to have some predictions about the Bitcoin price in 2023. What do you think, May?
2023, I don't feel that positive on the pricing. I see a lot of Bitcoin communities doing a lot of things on the Lightning Network, on the nodes, a lot of things. I think a lot of people trying to use these Bitcoin protocols, the computing system of Bitcoin to generate remittance, to generate a pool of fund, to create a banking alike, money alike system. And pricing aside, you have these codes and you will have the money system itself. And I see a lot of people doing that, but like every other asset class, it's been speculated. Cryptocurrencies and Bitcoins have been heavily speculated, and the price is beyond its valuation. And the valuation is very doubtful how you come up with the valuation. But certainly, for sure, it's a value there. There are people who can use it and actually trying to be a banking system itself without having. I mean, if you have license to do on-ramp, off-ramp, you can have the core bank using a very tiny amount of money compared to the bank itself to have the core system. So the value is there, but the pricing is not there. And I think 2023 is a good year for business. I think business also hit the rock bottom, and stocks might already at the bottom, but it might take, financial assets might hit certain bottoms, but it will take a bit to climb up because there's no financial aid from the government, from the feds that will pump into the financial sectors, especially from the central banks. So I don't see a lot of pricing from financial asset class. Surprisingly, high stocks doing not that badly compared to US stocks, tech stocks around the world. So it's not bad, but Bitcoin price, I'm not positive, but I want to encourage everyone to tune into the Bitcoin development, and I might add some more in the next chapter that there are lots of developments in there, and it's interesting, and it's sturdy, it's sound, it's proven for a decade that it works. The protocol itself. So let's work something on something that's already sound.
No, I totally agree with you, May. I think number one, I don't see any reason why Bitcoin would go up because the whole world, all the central banks in the world are fighting against inflation. Everybody is tightening. So the market is going to be dry in 2023. But what I would say about this is that I think when Bitcoin, when the stock market started to have some liquidity, I think Bitcoin is going to benefit from that. And Bitcoin rise percentage will for sure be higher than general stocks. Of course, there are some really good stocks that might still outperform, Bitcoin. But I think Bitcoin is it's going to outperform all the major stock index when the market started to have some liquidity again. Now, the question is when do we think the liquidity will come back? My general feeling is that you're not going to see anything like quantitative easing from any of the banks until 2024. Japan is probably the last frontier for holding the interest rate very, very low and keep on having these quantitative easing. But I think even Japan is now stepping up onto fighting inflation because they just raised their interest rate from 0.25% to 0.5%. And the Japanese yen now it's at the highest of in the last 6 months. So I think even Japan has to step up, and that's the last frontier. So we're not going to see good liquidity in the market anytime soon. That's my prediction in 2023.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with you. And to add a little bit, look at I think if you're an investor yourself, I think there are lots of VC funds, and you have to be very, very careful of. But I think small businesses are picking up, and you will see a lot of real sectors. Real sectors are picking things up, and they're trying. So I still see that you will. It's going to be a surge, and quite of a surge, but you will see a lot of good companies rising. Like every time that it hits a rock bottom, you will see the diamond in the rough. And this year is, well, I have to say happy hunting, guys, because it's going to be you're going to see a lot of companies that worth